Hey guys, it's me. So you guys are killing me. With these brands that are all over the place. So one of my top selling programs is brand clarity. This is the thing that people come to me for over and over and over again. Hold on, I'm going to pull this up so that I can talk to you guys about this. So first of all, let's just talk about what I posted in the group today. I posted something about serial entrepreneurs, and if you haven't read the one about serial entrepreneurs, then you really need to read it. So what I posted is I have two other businesses that you don't even know about. They have different branding, tax ID numbers, and different audiences, but they do not overlap onto my primary brand. My primary brand is J Stone, hashtag the brand mother. Okay. That brand is my brand and butter, and I don't let the other brands bleed onto it. And here is why. Number one, the beauty brand and wellness brands are not related to my core services in branding. That means that my core services that I offer that are brand strategies are not related to beauty or wellness. So therefore, I'm not going to offer it. Now, while I do have a business lifestyle brand, my business lifestyle is more about the lifestyle of the business. Okay, so number one, they're not part of my core services. Let's look at number two. Their audiences are single-minded, meaning that they only engage with each brand regarding its topic. Okay, they only engage with each brand regarding its topic. So the beauty brand, they only want to talk about, makeup, skincare, hair, nails. They do not want to hear about a business. They're not even entrepreneurs. So they don't want to hear anything about that. So they are single-minded in what they're talking about. And in the wellness brand, they only want to talk about how to live better, how to build healthy, and how to be warm and fuzzy, that kind of stuff. So they don't want to talk about building a brand. Most of them are also not entrepreneurs. Okay. And so here's reason number three is that I refuse to allow don't confuse your revenue streams with your brand. Okay. Don't confuse your revenue streams with your brand. So I earn money from all of those other streams, but I diversify my revenue, not my brand. I keep my brand as a single focus. So right now we've got about 50 comments on this topic alone. And a lot of people seem to be really struggling with I do multiple things, or I have multiple businesses, or I have multiple interests. And the truth of the matter is some people can create this lifestyle brand that houses everything under one umbrella. But you have to be really, really, really clear about whether your audience can tolerate it. There is something called having a lifestyle brand. Okay. And a lifestyle brand can't house everything that you are. Right? But you also have to pay attention to your audience. What I found is that when I created this lifestyle brand and I was talking about, wholeness and wellness and all of those kind of things, it convoluted the brand, and people got really, really focused on wanting to talk about my makeup or wanting to talk about my fitness journey, and they weren't buying the branding services because it wasn't exciting. So I split off the brand so that the people who are only interested in building a business and being entrepreneurs, those people became far more focused. Even in my events, hey Shanti, even in my events, right? I used to do this event called the Game Changer Brunch Series. We talked a lot about personal development, but it gave people the message that I couldn't help them with their business. It took a long time for me to rebuild, to show people, no, business is what I do. It's what I've always done, right? And so because the audience got confused about who I was and what my message was and where I excelled, because people come into your life at different points, right? Some people came into my life when I was in branding. Some people came into my life when I was in relationships. Some people came into my life when I was doing personal development. And so because of how they interacted with me, that's where they filed me in their mental Rolodex, right? So I had to work for the last 4 or 5 years to come back and clearly distinguish myself as the brand mother, as the brand coach, as 22 years in the business, 18 years of entrepreneur. I had to really reestablish that as the dominant core brand. Once I did that, okay, those other brands, they had followings, people had interest. And so what I did was, as people would ask me about those things, I simply redirected them to the other fan page or to the other email list, right? So I could slowly and quietly build those other brands. So I could slowly and quietly build those other brands to get them to the point of being lucrative. Meanwhile, the brand people have no clue that all of this shit is going on behind the scenes. So first thing is, are the other elements of the brand related? That's the first thing. Second thing is, even if they are related, how does your audience refer to them? So here's how did your audience relate to them? Okay. So here's some really, really, really like bomb ass shit right here. Okay. The bomb diggity is that you need to build your primary brand. And I want you to tag somebody in this because you know they need this, Jesus, right? You need to focus on building your primary brand to multiple six figures. Okay. A lot of you are trying to diversify your income, diversifying your revenue. And what you're doing is you're splitting your focus and you're splitting your energy. Okay. Now, if you're in the first 3 or 4 years of business and you're just trying to figure it out, right? You're trying to figure out where the money is, what people want from you, you get a pass. But if you've been in business for more than 3 years and you are still doing it, you are not in business. You are a professional hustler who's just trying to keep the lights on. Okay. So it's time for you to move into being a business owner. Okay. A business owner really is going to have a successful business. That means the business is doing multiple six figures, about 250 to 500,000. Okay, and I'll tell you where I got that number from in a minute. You're going to be doing about 250 to 500,000 before, okay, you launch a second or third business. Okay, so where did I get that number from? Because when it comes to corporate events and corporate clients, they don't even recognize you. Like if you go certified as a minority business or as a woman-owned business or things like that, they don't even recognize you if you're not doing a minimum of $250,000 to $500,000 a year. Some organization threshold is $250,000. Before a corporation will do business with you, some of the organization's threshold is $500,000. Okay, they don't consider you a viable business. Now, on the small business scale, here's why that matters. Because you need to become your primary investor for the other business. Okay, so generally we bootstrap that first business, but you've got to invest money into this second business, right? You got to have branding, you got to have a website, you got to have some social media, you got to have a staff, right? So you need to be making enough money to pay the staff in your primary business. Okay, to have enough money sustaining in this primary business and enough money to invest in the secondary business. So that primary business becomes the feeder. Okay, so if the primary business is the feeder, it's got to have sustainable revenue and a staff. Okay, it's got to have sustainable revenue and a staff. Okay, so my business have a sustainable revenue and it has a staff. That leaves me time, space, and energy. Okay, to go on and build this other business. Okay. So you've got to have this. And so you guys, nobody wants to listen to me. Everybody want to say, but what about Oprah? Oprah got a magazine, and Oprah got a talk show, or Oprah got a movie studio. Oprah built them one entity at a time. She did not build them all simultaneously. So let's reverse engineer the Oprah effect. Okay. She built one thing. She made it successful. I'm telling y'all to do multiple six figures. She did multiple 7 figures successful. Okay. Before she launched the next venture, you have to have the success in that venture. Okay. You have to have the success in that venture so that your credibility and your resources can transfer to the next venture. Okay. Now I've been in business 18 years, y'all. This October will be 18 years. I promise you, I shit you not. This is how it actually works. I'm not talking to you about theory. I'm talking to you about every business that I've built and everybody that I know that build a business and all my clients that have multiple businesses. They make them successful one entity at a time. Okay. So if you are struggling, okay, to find your multiple six-figure business model, I can help you. Okay. I literally just created this 5 minutes ago. When I got in there and I looked at all the comments, and it's 50 some odd comments, you guys seem to really be struggling. So, I can't stand to watch people struggle. So I'm about to help you out. Okay. So for my clients, what I create is something called a badass brand blueprint, and it has multiple components to it. In the blueprint, I give them all kinds of information that set them up for the next 3 to 5 years to really make their business successful. My most popular coaching program is the brand clarity program. That's why I'm talking to you guys about this. This is what I do all day, every day. Multiple 6 figures off of just the brand blueprints alone, not including what else I offer in my business. Okay. So let me show you what a brand blueprint looks like. This is actually my coaching template. Okay. So build a badass brand. Your name actually goes here, right? And then what we do is sit down and we talk about the goals that you want to accomplish over the next 18 months. Okay. So what's your marketplace title, your brand colors, those kind of things is what we sit down and talk about next 18 months. So I created this specifically for you guys. It will not have brand colors in it because we want to focus on the money, and your colors are not in the money. So watch this. So let's talk about just the brand clarity session, what you get. Okay. You walk away with a marketplace title. A lot of you guys are struggling with these bullshit names. I'm the, I'm the ABC wilderness doctor. Nobody knows what the fuck that means, right? So we've got to have official titles in here, primary, secondary titles. We're going to come away with something that makes sense in the marketplace to you. It's got to make sense to other people. Then we're going to walk away with the elevator pitch, right? It's going to be a 15-second elevator pitch so that you can tell people what you do in a nutshell. All of you guys are so smart and so intelligent, and you're too smart for your own doggone good, right? So you're giving me elevator pitches, and when you walk away, I still don't know what the freak you do, okay? So we're going to do this, get you guys really clear. So in this blueprint, you'll get your marketplace title and your elevator pitch. Okay. Then you're going to get your brand model. This is the exact template that I use for my clients. That means we're going to know what your primary brand is. We're going to know what your core services are, right? And then we're going to know what your secondary services are under each one. So if you have services, we're going to know if you got a signature service, your first core service, right? If you've got products, you got a primary, secondary product. If speaking is your business model, you're going to have the signature talk, your other talks, and then if you got an event. And guess what? We're going to actually name all of these. A lot of you guys are struggling with your naming conventions, right? You're coming up with names. So we're going to actually come up with names for each one of these, okay, when we come up with that business model. Next thing we're going to do is come up with a primary avatar. A lot of you guys do not know who your avatar is. I want anybody can buy my stuff. Well, anybody ain't buying your stuff because they're buying stuff from other people. So we need to talk about who your people are, right? We're going to actually give them a name. So your name is going to be blank, name, avatar. That's who it's going to be. We're going to talk about who they are. We're going to come up with no less than 7 to 10 of these characteristics that define them, including how much money they're going to spend with you on an annual basis. That's really important because it's important where you spend your time. All of you guys go, I produce events, but I tell you to be selective about the events that you go to, because the events that you go to need to do one of two things. They need to be educating you, or your target audience need to be there. A lot of y'all going to events and just fucking socializing. Your target audience ain't there, but you hanging out. Okay. Why are you spending your time and money doing that? How much money people are going to spend with you on a quarterly, monthly, or annual basis is got to be part of your avatar description. And we need to know the pain points. What are their struggles? We actually outline this. Why? Because your social media, your marketing, all of this is going to be built on these behaviors. Okay. All of this is going to be built on these behaviors. And then I'm going to give you a wrap up, right? So people are like, oh my God, I'm so frustrated. Where do I start? Okay, we're going to start here. Your next steps. What domains do you buy? What's your homework? That means, do you file a trademark? Do you set up a Facebook group? Do you buy domains? Do you get email hosting? Do you change what are the next steps? I'm going to document all of that here. Okay. And then I'm also going to document what resources you need. Like if you need a learning system, I'm going to tell you learnstuff.com. Go to that. That's not a real one, but that's something I made up. And then you're going to have, if you need to find a new virtual assistant, if you need to rewrite your SOPs, whatever it is that's holding you back, we're going to tell you resources to help with that. And also, all of you that are stressed out and saying, well, what do I do about this other business? I'm going to tell you the things that actually go on the back burner. Okay, and this is the brand blueprint. This is what I call a snapshot. So my full-blown blueprint has about twice as much stuff in it. Because it has, your brand colors, your photo shoot colors, your photo shoot outfits. It has, revenue, all of that stuff. But because of the commentary that was going down in the Facebook group, I wanted to give you guys an abbreviated snapshot. Okay. So this is going to be your badass brand snapshot. Again, it's going to have our goals for the session. It's going to have your marketplace title and your elevator pitch. It's going to have your brand model, your avatar, and it's going to give you your next steps and resources. And this program right now, I'm going to run this for 24 hours. What time is it? It's 3:21 p.m. on Tuesday. What's today's date? The 10th? Tuesday the 10th. I'm going to run this for 24 hours. For 24 hours, I will give you this package for $1,750. I literally just created it. That's $1,750. No, I'm not taking payment plans. I will take 3 people because I'm busy. I will take 3 people. $1,750. If you want to do this plan, if you want to jumpstart your brand and give it a boost, send an email to hello, HELLO, at jstone.com. Hello at jstone.com. I'm actually going to take this video down after 24 hours. So therefore, nobody else will get this offer. It's $1,750. It's one payment. And it's hello at jstone.com. First 3 people send an email, make their payment, will get this program. Now, when am I actually going to deliver? We're going to deliver this month. So between now and September 24th, you will have your blueprint, because I start another project at the end of the month, and I won't be taking any more people until the top of the year, until 2020. So it's the last time in 2019 that you actually can get an opportunity to work with me. So it's $1,750. If you want the full blueprint, just ask about that. If you want this, I want you to go to hello at jstone.com. Send an email and say, I want the brand snapshot. I want the brand snapshot. It's $1,750. Send an email, guys. And tag your friends. Add them to the group. 24 hours. That's all I got for you. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Mwah.